Good day, everyone. Wow, it's another beautiful day. I'm always excited to share. Today, I'm supposed to speak on the second part of my life as a mom. No, sorry. Why do I keep saying my life as a mom? I don't even understand. I'm going to speak about that, but not yet. The one I started speaking about, so that's the one I released last week, was about my life as a working wife. Today I'm supposed to talk about the part 2, that's this week, let me see. But I'm going to be speaking on something else. So before that, my name is Omolola Philip Okpokoro, and this is my vlog. You know, that intro is always very nice. So I hope we had a wonderful week. Last week was it was good. It was good. But it was I had a near-death experience. Yeah, I had a near-death experience. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to do a video this week, but I'm grateful to God that I'm able to. So instead of me to speak about the part 2 of my life as a working wife, I will be telling you what I went through last week, my own point of view. My husband has a different point of view to that. My colleagues have a different point of view, but I will be speaking about my own point of view. So the day started, regular day. So I dressed up, ready to go to work, working on the island. So of course I had to leave early since I live on the mainland. So at 6:30, when I was about to set out, I had this nasty pain at my lower belly, and I was wondering what the cause of that is. So I told my husband, you know what, let me just take water, then I can, set out. And he was laughing at me that, why am I taking water? That what if, I would need to stool on the way, that I might just get stuck on the bridge, because I had to go through Third Mainland Bridge and all. So I said, don't worry, that I should be okay. Now, I started feeling a bit like I needed to relieve myself in the restroom. So I went into the restroom and everything just changed from there. I had the nasty pain was so bad. I started sweating. I ended up, so my husband came in and was expecting me to, maybe like I'm already out of the restroom, and then he was like, saw me on the floor rolling. I was like, what happened? What's going on? I was like, I don't know, that my tummy is really, really paining me. So I had to now change my clothes from my work clothes to something more casual, because I know that they may need to do like a pelvic scan for me, because the pain was coming from my pelvic. So I had to wear like a top and a trouser, something comfortable, and then we headed out. We didn't even tell my mom, because my mom has been with me since she lost her uncle. She just needed to. We told her to stay back so she can rest a bit. And then, so we didn't even tell her when we left the house. So we just left. My daughters hugged me. It was a bit strange. I mean, they left their breakfast and hugged me as I was about to. I said, oh, I'm fine. And then as I left, we entered the car. Then my husband picked his phone to call my MD to tell him that, he's taking me to the hospital. I may not be able to come to work, or maybe not early. We got to the hospital. It was treated as an emergency. So it's a regular hospital I've been using. So they have my history, and they know I have asthma. I mean, I had my 2 kids there, so they know. And then I don't know what happened. They gave me a painkiller that is not good for asthma patients. And just in between leaving the emergency room, because the pain had subsided, I ran all the tests, urine tests, and all of that. I was just left with pelvic scan. And then between my husband trying to sign for the drugs and all, I just told him, said, Phil, I'm really tired. Can you ask this nurse if the the injection they gave to me is supposed to make me feel this tired? I was like I'm really tired. Like, yes, like I am tired. And as I was saying I was tired, and I was slumping to the floor. And then my husband got really, and then I was out of breath. Then carried me back into the emergency room, carried oxygen. It was crazy. And I was looking like, is this me really? Like, what's going on? And then we're trying to set line and all of that. It was just like this, our Grey's Anatomy series. It was crazy. And I had that, and then at some point, I couldn't stay out of oxygen. I couldn't stay away from oxygen for more than 5 minutes. That was the scary part for me, my husband. At that time, my colleague was already there. My MD was just calling my husband. In the middle of that, he I don't even know how he managed. He had to do a video of what I was going through. I would have loved to share it, Maybe I'll share someday. And then did a video and sent to my MD, so he knew how serious it was. So I was in and out of this asthma attack. Once I'm on oxygen, I'm okay. They had to even nebulize me. It was bad. So I got a bit stable. So okay, you need to do a pelvic exam, because that pelvic scan, because that was the reason I came to the hospital in the first place. So we walked over to the scan place, and just within the hospital as well, just within the same place. And after the scan, to move back to the emergency room was war. I was already out of breath. The scan did not even take up to 5 minutes. It was that bad. And then one of the doctors said, you know what, we have to refer you to a government hospital. They have more experienced hands that will be able to handle this situation. And I just knew, oh my goodness, we have entered it too. You know how something small takes you to the hospital and it becomes, I don't know, it just goes out of hand. Then they had to transport me in a ambulance, because I can't stay without oxygen for 5 minutes, meaning I cannot breathe on my own. So I have to have oxygen attached to me. So carried me in an ambulance. I've never been carried in an ambulance before. Carried me in an ambulance, and then we got to the government hospital, and then they started tossing us from one place to another. Everybody called everyone they knew. Finally, one of the people that one of my colleagues called was able to get one section of the hospital to at least register me, that at least that way they will be committed. Yet they still sent us away to go to another section of their hospital, saying, the case has to be dealt with there. And in the middle of the back and forth, the oxygen we carried from the hospital finished, and I was out of breath. So started to struggle to breathe again, and they tried to fix the extra that they had. Thank God they carried an extra cylinder. They tried fixing that. It was, by the time they finally fixed it, I was like, I don't know, like I go out of breath for about 10-15 seconds, and then I'm able to catch my breath, breathe in, and then my airways closes again, and then for another 10-15 seconds again. So it was a major struggle. And I could hear my husband shouting at this point that, please help me. Our kids are young. My wife is dying. Those are the parts I heard. Everybody was shouting. I tried and managed to talk in between me, trying to catch a breath. Then I tried to talk and also beg. Then they took us in and gave me a drug that reversed the effects of the painkiller that I was given, that was triggering the asthma attack for me. Then they gave me a drug to suppress the asthma attack, and that's how I was able to stay off oxygen up to this moment. If you ask me now exactly what happened to me, all the exams that they did, the main reason that I went to the hospital was just urinary tract infection. And I could have died because of UTI. Because somebody did not pay attention to know that I'm asthmatic and I should not be given a certain type of painkiller. So, I don't even know what to say, but other than I'm happy that I made it out alive. Maybe someone else wouldn't have been able to make it alive. I don't know if the odds were different. I'm grateful. This video basically is to say I am grateful to everyone who stood by me, stood by my husband, supported him, called him. Thank you so much. I'm sure there is a reason why I'm supposed to share every week, because a lot of people have been blessed from my experiences in life. This is one of them too. This one is quite emotional because last week I could have been a forgotten person, dead, gone, with everything I have stored here that I want to share, and I won't be able to do that again. I learned last week that this life is too short. It's really, really short. It's so short that, in fact, we can't even measure it. We just have to be grateful for life. Every minute we're able to live, just show gratitude. Be happy with your neighbors. Be in good relationship with everyone as much as you can. Because to be honest, by the time I had about 4 episodes, I was already getting tired, and I called my husband. I told him, please take care of my girls, take care of my mom, and take care of my sister. I told him that. And he looked at me and said, no, you're not going to die. So I said, you know what, I'm just telling you. You know, and I said my last prayer. I continue saying my last prayer. Like, I don't know how I was just so convinced that I was going to die. I was ready to give up. I don't know. I was just tired of. Then when the doctor said, we will have to refer you to a government hospital, a little bit of hope came in, but yet I knew that, hey, even that place, those ones, God help me. And that's the point where I now had to change my prayers to, I'm not ready to die. Lord, please save me. The person that needs to attend to me and do the right thing, please, I need someone who is in their right senses to attend to me now, even when I get to the government hospital. So I had a near-death experience, and truly that has changed me. How it has changed me, I know will start to manifest. But I know that I'm not the same woman anymore. I am not the same woman anymore. I am not. Thank you so much for watching. I know it got a bit emotional, but I'm happy. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And really, I'm very grateful to everyone who was with me, with my husband. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.